I had no idea Asheville, North Carolina was such a hotbed for demonic activity. So I have to look it up, and I find this under Cult of Weird, Sealy's Castle in the Satanic Mountains of Asheville, North Carolina. What? Now, this person formerly worked at Biltmore Castle, which we discussed yesterday. And this is not the first comment mentioning tunnels underneath this estate. That links, apparently, to Sealy Castle, which is this one right here. The owner, right here, Fred Sealy, and he was a Schmason, of course, a member of the Brotherhood. Friends with George Washington Vanderbilt, who was the owner of the Biltmore estate. Now, with this guy, you can't find any information about whether or not he was a Schmason, but the architect who built the Biltmore estate was this guy right here, a known member of the Brotherhood. So if his friend's a member, and the architect's a member, and the supervising architect was a guy named Richard Sharp Smith, and he helped out with the Vanderbilt estate. Also built the obelisk in North Carolina. You know how to look for an obelisk, because of course there's one, because it's a hotbed for demonic activity. You know what obelisks are. Covered that in many other videos. Now, while you won't be able to find any information about this guy being a member of the Brotherhood, he was tied to members of the Brotherhood. And what you will find is some articles about him belonging to the 13 families. Wink, wink. They don't all announce their membership in the Brotherhood, but are only allowed to hang out with other members of the Brotherhood. So if this one is associated with a schwack ton of them, then, stands to reason. Other things you will find in the comments of the last video I did on this is that there's a potential tie for Aleister Crowley and the Biltmore estate, and then for Sealy Castle, a potential tie to Anton LaVey. What's that, the Church of Satan? Interesting. And, these grounds, hunting grounds, for things that rich people do when they're bored. Have you seen the movie Hostel? Okay. I don't even want to think about what they did. Disgusting. Thank God we're getting out of here soon. Okay, rapture ready, everybody. Eyes up. And if you're not saved, it's time to get saved, because there's stuff like this that's happening in the world is putrescent. Okay? We got Jesus. Put your faith in him.